Hi, my name is Oliver Velez, and I trade the open of each trading day with one sole goal in mind, and that is to come out of the blocks within the first 15 minutes, capturing anywhere between $1,000 and $3,000. And quite honestly, I tend to do this rather consistently. Now, what I will do is spend the remaining 45 minutes of the trading day building upon that opening morning gain. The open is extraordinarily important to me, and I usually come out of the blocks fairly aggressively and take my initial positions inside of the first 1 to 2 minutes of every single trading day. Now, I tend not to trade any more than 2 or 3 positions during this first 15 minutes of the trading day. But my goal is to really capture a fairly quick gain. Now, I only trade approximately 1 hour of the trading day. Occasionally, I'll go as long as 90 minutes. Typically, if I'm sort of gradually working out of a fairly large position, it might take me more time than normal to wind down. However, I typically only trade 1 hour of the trading day, and I will spend the remaining 45 minutes after my initial gain in what I call sniper mode. Sometimes I refer to this mode as sparrow mode, where I will grab $250 here, grab $625 there, $475 there, $310 there, and I will try to artfully build this morning gain into something like 4 to 5, maybe $6,000. Now, that doesn't always happen, quite honestly. Sometimes the remaining part of the explosive open, the remaining part of that hour, is just simply not delivering. But that is always the goal, all right? To come out of the blocks extraordinarily powerfully, and then to snipe your way to building upon that explosive gain. Now, the trick in all of this, the art, if you will, is to build on your explosive gain without putting your that that explosive initial gain at risk. So therein lies the art. Therein lies the skill to snipe, to sparrow your way to an additional $2,000 to $3,000 in such a way that you do not put your initial gain at risk. Now, what I intend to accomplish during this Trade the Open Like a Boss video series is to really give you an opportunity to sit next to me throughout every single morning and the first 15 minutes of every single morning in hopes that through osmosis, through watching my actions, watching the patterns that I trade, watching how I come out of the blocks, how I choose my plays, how I come out of my plays, to give you a very good feel of how an explosive opening morning trader handles the market. The open is extraordinarily important. All right. And I find that some of the biggest, most consistently profitable traders are masters at coming out of the blocks at the open very powerfully, very strongly, very decisively, and very profitably. So, with that being said, watch, listen, and learn how I trade the open each morning. Enjoy. Looks like Facebook is gapping up this morning. There are early morning indications here, or pre-open indications, I should say. It looks interesting because Facebook on the daily chart is a bit oversold. So I like I like that. I like when the weekly chart. Let's see if we can see the daily chart. There's been a downward move over the past week or so. So that creates a fairly nice
fairly nice potential to the upside. My chart situated here. So Facebook, Apple is gapping up at roughly $1, a little bit less than $1 here. That has some potential as well because the daily is oversold as well. So it has the potential to run a bit. So that's going to be, those two are going to be my focus this morning. I like the gap plays. Home Depot's gapping downward. This really has some interesting possibilities as well. It's gapping downward, a little over $1 too. So we've got less than a minute to go for the open. Let's see where these three take us. Guild opening to the downside as well. Take a short position here. Go short position on Guild. I'm going to play both sides of the market here. Play both sides of the market here. I'm going to let Facebook and Apple play out a little bit here. Home Depot, really interesting. Really interesting here. It looks hung up actually. So let's go long. Let's go long Facebook here. See where that takes us. Okay. I've got some bids under the market there too. The Guild is running up on me here though. But that's okay. Okay. It's okay. The mornings are usually a little erratic. Actually, take Apple long as well here. Let's see. Facebook doing okay. I've only got 2,000 shares of it. Only 1,000 shares of Apple. Guild is meandering around. All right. Took 500 shares of Facebook off the table here. Let's see what else could happen with Facebook. Let's see if we can get a dip back in Facebook and start rebuilding the position. That would be very nice. Okay, only 1,000 shares of Apple, so nothing overly exciting happening there. Guild is coming back in, which is nice. Okay, I'm wondering if I should maybe pick up my position here. I've only got 1,200 shares. Let's see how they take me for a couple of hundred shares moving up here. Let that one hit a little bit here. Take a little bit more. See if I can pare the Facebook down another 500. If it runs up into my 92s, 93s, it looks like it's coming in a bit here. Right. So nothing much to write home about yet. Guild is moving up pretty strongly here. to see if we only got 1,400 shares, so I'll let it settle in a little bit. Now I have some offers out on Facebook in the 92 area, but we're trading in the 87 area, 85 area now. I also have some bids sitting down there at the 78.57 area, so it could fall into my bids in this area to pick up some more. Okay. All right, so I'm picking up more Apple as well. Yeah, it looks very strong. Okay, Apple's come back in. Let me refresh my chart here. Pick up some more Apple here. I'm gonna go easy. I'm not gonna get too heavy too soon here. Okay, I'd like to pick up a little bit more. So I'm up to 2,000 shares of Apple. Still only 1,500 on Facebook. We're gonna have to beef that up. I'm waiting for a brief pullback here though first. Remember I told you I have 57s on the bid and I have 92s on the offer. So either it drops into the 57s to get me more long, or it rallies into the 92s to get me less long. We'll see which happens first. Okay, so I liked my ads down there in the 80s on Apple. Perhaps I didn't grab enough, but you can deal with 2,000 shares. Here, my guild does continue to get strong here. So I have to be careful with this one. I only have 1,400 shares though, so. Okay, so I'm back at 92s on Facebook. I just got less long on Facebook, as you can see. Okay, I'm down to 500 shares on Facebook. Apple's trying to do its thing. Maybe time. Okay, I'm out of Facebook for the moment, so $719 there. Apple's having a little bit of issue gaining some momentum here in the morning. It's all over the place, as it usually is in the morning. But Guild, now let's see if not time to add some Guild. Let's see if they take me at 65s and 66s. And start building my position there. Okay, up to 1,900 shares. Let's make that in. That was a good ad up there. That was a good little beef up there in the 60s. Now we're bidding in the 40s. So coming back again, so we're narrowing that. Apple's just not seeing any momentum here really. Paring down a little bit just because I'm not liking the lack of momentum that I see. They are taking my offers fairly nicely. So I've pared down to 1,000 shares on Apple. Again, nothing much to write home about. Okay. Getting a little bit of lift here. My gill's coming in. My Apple's inching up. Okay, I like it. I like it. There we go. Maybe we can get this thing pushing to new highs on the day. There we go. Come on, baby. Okay, we'll let some more out here in the high 20s. Oh, there we go. Now we're in the 30s. Let's see if we can get some 30s off here. Just a little. Okay. I'm down to 500 shares. Not much. Not much. This is first day trading. I mean, first 10 to 15 minutes of trading. So I like to start off fairly strong. I really like what my gill has come back in here a little bit nicely. So my add up in this area was very well timed. All right. I'm still negative, so I'm up a total of 1,126 on closed P&Ls. Let's see if we can work this guild very nicely here. Might be able to do something with it. I'd like to have it push down into that 200 period moving average. I do have somewhat of a negative market working for me on this short, but I must say that Gill's power move up was a bullish event, so this pullback could be nothing more than a brief resting pause for it before it tries to push new highs on me. But we'll see. My position is still rather small, so I don't get nervous with these things in the 1 and 2 and 3,000 range. If I had 8,000, 9,000, 11,000 shares of it, they could get me going a little bit. But at these levels, no. Right? What I tend to do is just put, $1,500, $2,000 in the bag in the first 15 minutes of trading or so. If I can do that, the first 15 minutes or so, and the rest of the morning is just trying to snipe 300-400 here, 300-400 there, and maybe build a $4,000 to $5,000 morning, and then be done. Sometimes that does not happen. Sometimes there's the sniping period after the first brief period in the morning is just not delivering. So you ended it. Here we go, pushing down toward that 200. Now I like what we're doing here on Guild. Come on, baby. Come to Papa. Now, the question is, the 64,000 question is this 200 period moving average going to serve as very firm support? Is this going to work out to be the low? And then, is Gil going to try to push new highs? No one knows. We'll see. And we'll take it as it comes. Interesting to note that my two small winning plays right out of the gates this morning were longs and the market's negative. my losing play is short if the market's negative. But I have a feeling it's not going to be a losing play for long. So we'll see. So far, the 200 period moving average is serving as support. Now, if Gil pops back up here toward the highs and then shows some form of weakness up to the highs, I'll actually begin to build the short position again in anticipation of a double top forming and a sharp move back to the downside. But all of this is speculation at this point. Okay, meandering around a bit. So far, the 200 period moving average has proven to be at least a temporary area of support. So I think we got out of this Facebook above 79. I was selling at 79.03 up there. So far, that's the top, so that was a nice sell. And yes, Apple as well, selling up there near 126, 40s and 50s, proved to be nice sell points as well. Guild is trying to retest its 200 period moving average support here. What would be great for my position, obviously, is for that support to give way and for Guild to retest its lows on the day. That would be the most ideal situation for me here. I've only got 1,900 shares, so any movement here is not that big a deal. Here we are retesting the 200 period moving average again. The first retest was successful, but the rebound was not very big at all. So typically when that happens, the next move down makes a new low, which apparently, there we go, my Guild is trying to do here. So I'm not going to press this much here, to be honest with you. Reason being is that move up was bullish. I'm covering some down in the 80s. Okay, trying to get filled on the low 80s, the 81s, the 80s. There we go. Down to 900 shares. Okay, I'm bidding. Yeah, we're back up there, see? And, you know, as a matter of fact, just closed the position. And I got, sometimes you just can't lick a gift horse in the mouth, you know? I went short down here in this, just above 175, thinking that there was a negative gap down open under its 200 period moving average and potential the market was negative, looking for follow through on the downside. I actually did not get that. I let this rally happen, all right, figuring that this rally is a counter trend rally based on the overall market being negative, right? So counter trend rallies are typically a temporary phenomenon. So what I did was decided to pick a point at which I felt that that rally would run out of steam, short more, and then just to get my money back. All right, so nothing big, $81 on the pullback here. But at least we turned a nice little, nice small losing position into a fairly break-even to mildly positive position. All right. We didn't put much in the bag this morning, $1,207, but we did it in a very calm, um, stress-free manner. And there we go. What I'll do throughout the rest of the morning, not to bore you here, is I will um, uh, nibble like a sparrow, if you will, for 300 here, 400 there, maybe 600 there, 200 there, and build up on this first start of the morning. As I mentioned to you before, my goal in the first 10 to 15 minutes of trading is to really try to put $1,500 to $2,000 in the bag. All right. And after that, to build on that in a sparrow-like fashion to the $4,000 to $5,000 range. Okay. And in future sessions, I will be recording all different phases of the morning, because each phase of the morning does call for its own unique approach and style of market play. So until next time, this is Oliver Velez coming to you live, signing out, but just for now.